The second largest city in the United States, Los Angeles is home to immigrants from around the world.
I mean, we're one of the most diverse cities in the world. We have more languages spoken here than I think anywhere in the United States and possibly the world.
Deputy Chief Michael Downing heads the Counter-Terrorism and Special Operations Bureau of the Los Angeles Police Department. He says Los Angeles authorities have worked closely with federal agencies and members of the community for years.
The world has globalized, the threat has internationalized, that traditional crime has become transnational. People that live in our country now represent this whole globe.
Downing says sensitivity to how immigrants think and react to world events will help them feel less isolated and prevent extremist behavior. Omar Ricci of the Muslim Public Affairs Council agrees building trust through relationships is key.
It develops a partnership where Muslims are not treated as suspects but are treated as resources in combating the more global problem of terrorism.
I think that'll be good.
Community outreach is the job of Chan Sayed, a police officer of Pakistani descent who was born in Saudi Arabia and raised in the United States.
My religion and my ethnicity has assisted because I have an understanding and I can talk on a level that other police officers might not be able to.
Downing says minority outreach programs are not common among U.S. law enforcement agencies because they do not have the resources or training. American Civil Liberties Union attorney Peter Bibring says without proper training, there is a danger of ethnic profiling.
We just need to make sure that whoever is doing that policing focuses on activity that's actually where there gives rise to a suspicion of criminal activity or suspicion of terrorist activity, instead of focusing broadly on protected constitutional conduct like photography or on particular racial or religious groups.
If we profile it as it relates to terrorism, we're profiling behavior only. It doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter what God you worship.
Downing says Los Angeles police are working with federal officials to develop effective training for law enforcement across the country. The White House plan also wants groups such as schools that do not normally deal with such issues to be involved with countering violent extremism. But Officer Sayed says accomplishing that is complicated.
Funding is a big thing. Education, my unit could use more officers. We'd love to do more outreach and engagement with different communities, but we are limited by budget.
Sayed says he hopes the White House will provide the money to carry out its plan to fight extremist threats in the United States. Elizabeth Lee for VOA News, Los Angeles.